Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits. Atomic Habit is a book about the power of small, consistent changes and how tiny actions, repeated daily, can lead to remarkable results over time. The word atomic refers to something very small, yet incredibly powerful, and this reflects the core idea of the book. Meaningful change does not require massive effort, but rather small improvements that compound over time. Most people believe that success comes from motivation, discipline, or sudden breakthroughs. The book explains that success is actually the result of systems. Goals provide direction, but systems create progress. When systems are designed correctly, improvement becomes automatic. When they are not, even the strongest motivation eventually fails. Habits are the invisible systems that shape daily life. Every repeated behavior becomes automatic, and these behaviors compound into long-term outcomes. Just as compound interest grows wealth, compound habits build character, health, knowledge, and success. A small habit practiced consistently may appear insignificant at first, but over months and years, it can completely change the course of life. The book introduces the idea that habits are closely connected to identity. Every action taken is a vote for the type of person one becomes. Repeated actions reinforce self-image, and over time, behavior and identity become aligned. Real change begins not with outcomes, but with identity. When identity shifts, habits follow naturally. Habit formation follows a simple loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. The cue triggers the behavior, the craving creates the desire, the response is the action taken, and the reward satisfies the need. This loop repeats until the habit becomes automatic. Understanding this cycle allows habits to be built intentionally rather than accidentally. To build good habits, the book presents 4 laws of behavior change. The first law is to make the habit obvious. Human behavior is strongly influenced by environment. Most habits are reactions to visible cues. When cues are clear and visible, habits become easier to follow. Designing the environment to support desired behavior reduces the need for willpower and makes consistency natural. The second law is to make the habit attractive. The brain is wired to repeat behaviors that feel rewarding. When a habit is associated with pleasure, it becomes more likely to stick. Habits become more attractive when they are paired with enjoyable activities or when they are connected to a positive identity or social group. Social environment plays a powerful role in shaping behavior because humans naturally imitate the habits of those around them. The third law is to make the habit easy. The easier a habit is to start, the more likely it is to be repeated. The book emphasizes reducing friction and removing unnecessary steps. One of the most effective strategies is the 2-minute rule, which states that any new habit should begin with an action that takes less than 2 minutes. This lowers resistance and builds consistency. Once the habit begins, continuation becomes easier. The fourth law is to make the habit satisfying. Behaviors that feel rewarding are repeated. Because the brain prefers immediate rewards, habits with delayed benefits are harder to maintain. Adding immediate satisfaction to good habits increases repetition. Visual progress tracking and small rewards reinforce consistency and make habits more enjoyable. Breaking bad habits follows the same 4 laws in reverse. Making the cues invisible, the habit unattractive, the action difficult, and the outcome unsatisfying weakens unwanted behaviors. Removing triggers from the environment and increasing friction between the habit and its reward gradually eliminates bad habits without relying on self-control. The book emphasizes that consistency is more important than intensity. Small actions performed daily are more effective than large actions performed occasionally. Missing one day does not ruin progress, but missing twice creates a new habit of stopping. The key is returning to the system quickly and maintaining momentum. Another important concept is the plateau of latent potential. When habits are first formed, results are often invisible. Progress is happening beneath the surface, but it is not yet visible. Many people quit at this stage, believing their efforts are wasted. The book explains that results appear suddenly once a critical threshold is reached, similar to how ice melts only after reaching 0 degrees. Habits ultimately shape destiny. Daily actions, repeated consistently, determine long-term outcomes. Small habits influence life direction more than occasional major decisions. Over time, behavior compounds into character, and character determines future results. Atomic Habits teaches that lasting change comes from small actions repeated with patience. When habits are aligned with identity and supported by environment, improvement becomes natural and sustainable. Over time, these small changes accumulate into extraordinary transformation.